Hello, and welcome to the channel. My name's Billy, and you're watching Disputes. Today, we're going to watch Black conservatives destroy liberal ideology. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Of racism is power plus prejudice equals racism, which comes from Kimberly Crenshaw, critical race theory, which comes from critical theory, which comes from conflict theory, which comes from Marxist theory, which is Marxism, Karl Marx, all that sort of thing. So when it comes to this idea, we have to say, because the original idea of racism is denigrating people based on the color of their skin or thinking you're better than someone based on the color of yours, but we're trying to redefine things to suit our Marxist ideology. So when it comes to this idea of racism, right? We're saying power plus prejudice equals racism, right? That's what we're saying. It says black people don't have the power in America, therefore we cannot be racist. But isn't that the very essence of power, to say we can't be guilty of something that everybody can be guilty of? Isn't that the very essence of what power is? Because racism is a mentality. It has no skin color. So the very fact that we say that we can't be guilty of what the same thing that white people can do. If a white person does something, if the white person says the N-word, they get canceled, they're done, they lose their job, all that sort of thing. But when it comes to a black person, we can say it ad nauseum and we're praised and lauded and applauded for it. So that's a very, we have a cultural power. We have everything.
Come on, moderator, 1 minute, moderator.
My bad, okay, my bad, 1 minute, my bad.
To say that black people can't be racist is racist. The key point is that racism is about actions and attitudes, not just about which group holds power or historical context. Next, let's visit our friend Larry Elder, who made an appearance on The Breakfast Club. Charlemagne had a question for Elder. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Have you ever heard of the term nigga wake-up call?
No.
It is an incident where a person of color forgets that they are of color and are reminded rather brutally by an unexpected act of racism. Have you ever had any of those?
Oh, brother.
I'm just asking. You think you've ever
Well,
had
I'm acutely aware, Charlemagne, that I'm a black person, just as you are a black person. And when Joe Biden insulted you by saying, you ain't really black, we don't know whether or not you want to vote for me or vote for Donald Trump, it seems to me that should have been a wake-up call on your part. How dare this guy come in here and insult you, a black man, and tell you you got to think a certain kind of way? I'm amazed that you weren't mad about that.
The definition of racism has expanded over the last decade, so it can get a little confusing. But if Joe Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, is not racist, then I don't know what is. Now, let's head over to the Capitol where a BLM protest is taking place. A lady has some words for some of the protesters. Let's watch.
The only time they do this job is when a white person touches them. They're the racist. They are the racist. Because white cops, it's wrong for a white cop to kill a black person, that's for sure. But if it matters, it should matter at all times.
So what are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? You're not here to fight injustice. You're here to cause drama.
Message will be stop violence. It's not about blacks.
In a unicorn world. That's not a
Stop the
unicorn
violence,
world.
period.
Okay, since you're so...
You guys are saying blacks are oppressed. I am black, I'm not oppressed.
That's
I am
good for you.
free.
That's good for you. That's an individual person. What about a systemic issue?
Where? I am black. I've always wanted to be. I have I do what I want. You have the skills. This is a country where you have the skills. You want to do what you want. You do it.
Okay.
Stop forcing on people to accept that they're oppressed. They are not. I am not oppressed. I am black.
That's great.
Stop making people accept that they're oppressed. You're forcing a rhetoric into your mind, which is not true. That's my point.
Okay.
Violence is wrong, period. It's not about blacks.
Of course.
You agree that whites kill whites too, right?
Of course.
Have you seen any white person coming out and saying white life matter or white thing? No, violence is wrong.
They literally do all the time. Every time there's a Black Lives Matter
It's a violence
protest,
problem.
a white
It's
person...
not a black problem. It's a violence problem. The blacks kill blacks in black neighborhoods every single day. I've never seen a Black Lives Matter in those neighborhoods. Never.
It's a little weird for a white lady to tell a BIPOC to be quiet at a Black Lives Matter event. Doesn't she know not to talk over or interrupt any person of color?
As white women, we need to use our privilege to make positive changes. If you find yourself talking over or speaking for BIPOC individuals, or God forbid, correcting them, just take a beat. And instead, we can put our listening ears on.
Maybe our next friend can help. A father has some words for his school wanting to add critical race theory to the curriculum. Let's take a look.
Talk about critical race theory, which is pretty much going to be teaching kids how to hate each other, how to dislike each other. That's pretty much what it's going to be. That's pretty much, I don't care what you say, it's pretty much what it's going to all come down to. You're going to deliberately teach kids, this white kid right here got it better than you because he white? You're going to purposely tell a white kid, oh, the black people are all down and suppressed. How do I have 2 medical degrees if I'm sitting here oppressed? How did I get, first of all, time up, because I only got 5 minutes now, 5 minutes. 2 medical degrees, no mom, no dad in the house, worked my way through college, sat there and hustled my butt off to get through college. You gonna tell me somebody that looked like all y'all white folks kept me from doing that? Are you serious? What's sickening about this whole thing is what y'all doing right now is already something I do in my community right now to speak out against stuff because black folks are getting told by other black folks, oh, you know you ain't gonna be able to do nothing out there in the world because them white folks ain't gonna let you get no, oh, you know you're not gonna be able to do it here because you know, the white man gonna keep you down. Well, how did I get where I am right now if some white man kept me down?
It doesn't matter if you're black, brown, or purple. If you work hard, you could be anything you want in this country. Next, let's visit a professor at Harvard who is facing a lot of backlash for a thesis he wrote.
People seem to like that result, but we didn't find any racial bias in police shootings. Now, that was really surprising to me because I expected to see it. The little-known fact is I had 8 full-time RAs that it took to do this over nearly a year. When I found this surprising result, I hired 8 fresh ones and redid it to make sure. They came up with the same exact answer, and I thought it was robust. And then I went to go give it, and my God, all hell broke loose. It was a 104-page, dense academic economics paper with a 150-page appendix, okay? It was posted for 4 minutes when I got my first email. This is full of shit. Doesn't make any sense. And I wrote back, how'd you read it that fast? That's amazing. You are a genius. And I had colleagues take me to the side and say, don't publish this. You'll ruin your career. I said, what are you talking about? I said, what's wrong with it? Do you believe the first part? Yes. Do you believe the second part? Well, the issue is they just don't fit together. We like the first one, but you should publish the second one another time. I said, let me ask this. If the second part about the police shootings, this is a literal conversation. I said to them, if the second part showed bias, do you think I should publish it then? And they say, yeah, then it would make sense.
After a year of research with a team of experts, Roland Fryer, who is a professor at Harvard, found no evidence of racial bias in police shootings. For releasing that information, he received quite a bit of hate. It turns out you're not allowed to portray facts at Harvard if it goes against the narrative. Now, let's go meet up with our friends at Vice. The panel is concluded with black conservatives and black liberals. Listen to what one of the conservative men had to say about experiencing racism from the left.
People commenting on it was, I didn't see true racism in this country until I became a conservative.
Facts.
Because I've seen hate speech come from people. You don't talk about left, always talking about hate so much. I saw true hate coming from the left. And it was white people calling me Uncle Tom. Pretty much white people telling me I'm not black enough, which is racist.
No, it's
And when you call them out on it and you say they're racist, they're like, no, I'm not. Then they think about it like, well, yeah, I am kind of being racist. Yeah. That's how racist the left still is. Yeah. And then I had family members, like she said, my aunts that don't talk to me anymore. I have high school friends, students of childhood that don't talk to me, unfriended me, and a lot of white friends as well. Now I'm not talking about just black friends, but I'm talking about people on the left in general who just have that hate in their heart, in my opinion.
Calling a black man an Uncle Tom as a white person seems incredibly racist. If you believe that supporting a Republican as a black person makes you a race traitor, you're stupid. You made it to the end. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, then please leave a comment. We love to hear from all of you. Until next time, it's been your boy Billy with Disputes, and we'll see you in the next one.
If that don't let you know that America understands black matter these days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb